Dear Dhamma friends, today I invite you to walk with me not merely through words or philosophies, but through the very fabric of existence itself, the four planes of being. We are not merely speaking of heavens and hells as myth or metaphor, but as precise realities, as real as your breath, your thoughts, your suffering, your peace. This is not theoretical, it is the compass by which a meditator navigates through samsāra. The Buddha did not awaken in order to entertain, he awakened to liberate. And so should we. Let us sit with open hearts and listen as the Dhamma pierces through the veils of illusion. 1. Apāya Bhumi, the plane of misery. We begin with the lowest. Apāya. This is not just a realm below the human, but a condition of being here and now. Hell is not in the distance. It begins in the mind. When hatred, fear, greed, and delusion dominate, when one lives in cruelty, arrogance, or addiction, one is already tasting the fires of niraya. Imagine a man who abuses his family. He drinks until madness takes over. He screams, he hits, he accuses. He is surrounded by people yet lives alone in his mind, burning with anger, suffocating with paranoia. Is this not niraya? Another example, the animal realm. Some are born as animals, some live as them, driven only by survival, instinct, ignorance. There is a kind of human whose entire life revolves around satisfying lust and hunger, manipulating or dominating others to get what he wants. This is not a rebuke, it is a warning. This is tirakana. What about the Pita, the ghost realm? There was a woman who hoarded wealth all her life, never giving, never sharing. She was surrounded by treasures but died in terror, clutching gold that turned to dust in her hands. Even after death, her energy lingered, unsettled, unsatisfied. Hungry ghosts are those bound by insatiable craving. They do not need to die to become Pita, they already are. And then there are the asuras, demons consumed by envy and pride. I once counseled a young man brilliant in mind but diseased in spirit. He could not celebrate others' success. Each achievement of another brought him agony. It was not joy that arose when he won, but vengeance. This is asura. These beings suffer without knowing they suffer. They mistake their misery for purpose. But friends, remember this. These are not permanent abodes. Even now, you can rise. 2. Kāmasugati Bhumi, the plane of sensual bliss. Next is the realm of pleasure. Kāmasugati includes the human realm and 6 deva realms above it. It is important to understand, pleasure is not liberation. These realms, while delightful, are still within the grip of craving. Take the human realm, our current plane. We are uniquely privileged. Why? Because here we can both suffer and awaken. In the hells there is too much pain. In the heavens, too much pleasure. Here, there is enough of both to motivate the search. Let me share with you a story. A friend of mine, a businessman, found his life blessed. Fortune, family, reputation, yet in the middle of a successful year, he came to the monastery and said, Ajahn, I am empty. I've had everything, but I've lost myself. This is the disillusionment of Kāmasugati. There is nothing wrong with happiness. But when happiness blinds you to impermanence, you are in danger. Above us are devas, beings of immense beauty, longevity, and joy. They dwell in celestial mansions, surrounded by pleasures beyond imagination. Yet, as the Buddha said, even the gods fall. Their joy ends, their bodies decay, the fragrance fades, the music ceases. Without wisdom, pleasure is a trap. 3. Rūpa Bhumi, the plane of fine material now, we ascend into serenity. The Rūpa planes correspond to the 4 jhanas, the meditative absorptions. They are not rooted in sensual pleasure, but in inner stillness. These beings have refined their consciousness beyond lust and hatred. Some of you may have touched the 1st jhana, a moment of profound unification of mind, free from the 5 hindrances. It is not simply peace, it is ecstasy in silence. From this arises second jhana, then third, then fourth, each more refined than the last. The beings born in these realms have cultivated immense samadhi, concentration. Their minds shine like polished gold, but even this is not liberation. I knew a meditator who sat for hours in radiant stillness. His skin glowed, his breath was subtle, yet when disturbed he became irritable. Why? Because the defilements were merely dormant, not eradicated. Rūpa is beautiful but impermanent. One can remain for eons, but the winds of karma still blow. 4. Arūpa Bhumi, the plane of immateriality. Beyond even form are the Arūpa realms. These are not just distant planets, they are mental realities, attainable by one who masters the higher jhanas. Akasananka-yatana, realm of infinite space. Vijñānanka-yatana, realm of infinite consciousness. Akinkanyayatana, realm of nothingness. Nevasanyana-sanyayatana, realm of neither perception nor non-perception. Here, the body has disappeared, only pure awareness remains. So subtle, so formless, that the meditator may not even know he exists, but again, not liberation. Even these sublime states end. Even the most refined consciousness still has a seed of self. Only the Arahant has cut the root. What then is the purpose of knowing these? Not to map the cosmos for curiosity, but to understand the urgency of liberation. Look around, look within. Have you not tasted all 4 realms in one day? You wake with anxiety, niraya. You drink coffee and flirt with pleasure, Kāmasugati. You sit to meditate, mind becomes still, Rūpa. You drop into spacious awareness, Arūpa. Then a phone call brings you back to misery. Samsāra is not a place, it is a cycle. The Buddha's teaching is not to ascend to heaven, but to transcend the whole wheel. Nibbāna is the only escape. It is not a realm, but the cessation of all realms, where there is no arising, no ceasing, no becoming. It is peace. Practical application, the ladder of the present moment. So what now? You are not in a distant galaxy. You are here. The path is not tomorrow, it is now. Step 1. Observe suffering. Identify your Apāya. Are you angry, jealous, greedy, caught in despair? Say to yourself, I am touching Apāya. I see it. I do not run. Step 2. Cultivate ethics. Virtue, sila, protects you from falling. Every lie told, every desire indulged without mindfulness strengthens lower rebirths. Every act of kindness, restraint, and generosity uplifts. Step 3. Meditate. Go beyond pleasure and pain. Taste the joy of letting go. The jhanas are real, not fantasy. They are reachable, but they require consistency. Find a quiet place. Sit. Feel the breath. Abandon the world. Taste the stillness. Step 4. Develop wisdom. Understand impermanence. See that even the highest joy is unstable. Do not cling. Do not hate. Watch everything arise and pass. Say, this is not mine. This is not me. This is not myself. Step 5. Aspire. Bow your head and say, may I not be reborn in any plane. May I awaken. May all beings be free. The supernatural power of the Dhamma. You want supernatural? Here it is. The power to end rebirth. The power to cut greed, hatred, and delusion. The power to know past lives, to see the arising and passing of worlds. The power to smile even as the body decays. To live in peace amidst chaos. No fire can burn the liberated heart. Let me end with a story. There was once a monk who sat under a tree for 7 days without moving. When asked what he was doing, he said, I was watching the rise and fall of the universe. Galaxies formed and vanished. Devas were born and died. Kings rose and fell. Yet not a single breath was missed. You too can be that still, that vast, that free. Conclusion. Dear friends, you are not powerless. You are not trapped. The map is in your hand. You are walking across the realms every day, but now Walk with wisdom, with mindfulness, with compassion, and walk out of the wheel. May you be well. May you be free. May you realize the deathless. Nibbāna is real, and it is possible. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.